After work.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. We are here in light of Lupus Awareness Month. You all see me coming back there. I was speaking a little bit. It's because we are excited to bring to you Butterfly Bliss. Yeah, let me just patch that up one time. All right, so I'm here. I'm joined with Tinisha Cupid and Akalya Springer. They are the founders of Shades of Lupus. We'll hear a little bit about that, and then we'll go into Butterfly Bliss, the event. I don't know. These young ladies are so hardworking. They are so dedicated, and I see no better people to start such a program, right, on Shades of Lupus, that is. So, could you all tell us a little bit about Shades of Lupus? What inspired this venture?
Okay, so Shades of Lupus is the only support group in Tobago. We have been in existence for literally 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Fresh.
About 3 weeks, Tinisha and I decided to do this support group just to help lupus warriors living on the island with support, probably financial support if we have the resources necessary, emotional support as much as possible, because of course support while dealing with a condition or a disease, a chronic disease, is chronic. It's very, very important. So basically, that's just the aim of our support group.
All right. So I just want to bring in that I was there with the initial encounter before this venture started, right? That is actually what we were laughing about before we started. So I actually want them to share that story. How did you all meet? How was the idea formulated? You know, how did we get to the venture Shades of Lupus?
Okay, so I got diagnosed with lupus in 2022.
Wow.
And I got up one morning and I just could not walk. I was in excruciating pain.
Wow.
Yeah, and I went to the health center and they were like, oh, lupus, we need to send you.
Just so?
Wasn't just so, they were very kind. So it's like, oh, lupus, but what happened, they were on their P's and Q's, and I appreciated that.
Right.
Yes, so they covered all the bases. They're like, you know what? Let's it could be just inflammation, but let's get you they wanted to do a DVT,
Right.
and they wanted to do an X-ray, just to cover the bases, make sure everything was good. So I had my little walking cane. I was going through it. Yeah, and I went to the hospital. I met Natty there. I saw Akalya, and Akalya like, lupus, oh yeah, that does happen. I mean, you probably need a little steroids. I like
steroids.
I like wait. Yeah, that is one of the treatments. I know later on you're supposed to speak with Rihanna, Miss Harilal, so she'll delve into the complications of living with a disease like this.
Okay.
Yes, but Akalya was there on her job. I said, wait, you have lupus? Because you sound a bit like you know what's happening. And she was like, yeah. I'm like, all right, somebody who I know with this thing, right? Fast forward some months after, I said, I reached out to you, Natty. I said, I did not know her name. I said, the lupus girl on your work.
That came out. She was just looking for Akalya. Let's not put that over bad.
Yeah,
she was just looking for Akalya.
Yeah, and from there I reached out to her. I said, I think that we need to come together and do something for Lupus Awareness Month, which is May, and we can get some kind of advocacy. We reached out to Miss Harilal. She was like, yes, this is something that is needed on the island, and that was it.
I'm actually happy that encounter happened. As I said before, I was there.
Yeah.
The encounter was it was pretty dramatic, as you can see, very dramatic people, right? But I am happy that you all shared in this want for this venture because well, I have access to Akalya's statuses, you know, and TC's statuses. So I was able to see, you know, those updates on certain factors or facts that are a part of having lupus.
Correct.
You know, things that we may not know about, you know, the natural endurance enjoyment we have standing in the sun. People with lupus, they don't have that, you know. So it's a lot to learn, and I'm happy that Shades of Lupus has started so that we can educate the public. Is that you all don't get to judge people on a whole, but especially people with lupus. If I tell you I can't stand up in the sun, don't tell me nothing after that, right?
If I tell you I'm tired, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing after that. If I tell you my joints are hurting, we're not having a conversation after that, right?
Correct.
So I love the Shades of Lupus venture. I love the fact that we have two dynamic, you know, dedicated young ladies at the head of this game, right? So let's get into Butterfly Bliss. You all said this is the first event on the Shades of Lupus.
It is.
You all are very excited. When I saw where you all will be going to have the event, I said, ooh la la, this has to be TC behind this. TC being Tinisha Cupid, let me just put that out there, right? So let's go into the details. For those who may be suffering with lupus, I don't want to say suffering, but those who have lupus.
Lupus warriors.
Lupus warriors. Thank
Correct.
you, right? Those who have lupus, the lupus warriors, those who may know people with, those who just want,
caregivers,
the caregivers,
yeah.
the ones who just want to know about lupus itself. Let's get into the information about where they could follow. So what is the Butterfly Bliss event and where would it be happening?
Okay, so Butterfly Bliss is a fundraising and awareness event, our first fundraising and awareness event for lupus. It will be held at the Healing Garden on Sunday, 18th of May from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
All right.
Right? If the tickets cost $150, you can contact the numbers or our hotline to purchase tickets or the numbers on the flyer. We are all over social media, so you will see the flyer somewhere. Our friends and family are very supportive, so you will see someone sharing that flyer. Yeah? So just contact the numbers on the flyer and you'll be able to purchase your tickets there. We are also selling tickets at the door. So even if you haven't pre-bought a ticket, you can still come to the event and you'll be able to purchase a ticket there.
You know, Akela and Natty, I must butt in here. Persons are saying we can't find any purple.
Oh, yes.
We can't find any purple. TC, we have no purple. Akela, where am I finding purple? If you don't have purple,
Still come.
Still come. Still come, okay? And don't worry, next year we'll be speaking to all the entrepreneurs to get their purple in stock for me.
I mean, it's just a startup here. You know, we want to encourage people to come out. The purple will be bought at some point. We just want you to come to the event.
That's right.
Right. I don't have purple in my wardrobe, but you know, it's something I would like to go to.
Yes.
So yours at $150.
Correct.
What they don't know, I mean, that was very much highlighted on the flyer, and I love that part. It caters to food and drink.
Yes.
You all will not just be coming to learn about lupus, but to eat with the lupus warriors, right? So that $150 is not going to waste. But let's look at the fundraising part. What will the funds be going toward?
Okay, so funds will be more than likely going toward helping a lupus warrior with financial needs, whether it be food hampers or just support getting to and from clinic, etc., etc. We also want to start a skill sets program. Hopefully in the future, we'll be able to start a skill set program, so the monies will be going towards hiring professionals to come and teach cake making, soap making, these type of things, so warriors can be able to learn a skill and use that to fund themselves in the future as well.
All right. Should we want to know more about this event, where do we find the information?
The information will be on our social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram at Shades of Lupus. We have a hotline, 773-4SOL, so 4 Shades of Lupus, that's 4765, and our Gmail account, which is shadesoflupustobago@gmail.com.
When I say dedication, I am not sugarcoating. I don't put words in my mouth to tell you. I don't know if you realize there is no wait out for this or it will be said subsequently or anything like that. I don't know. It's that they hit the ball running, like they hit the road running. They are ready to bring Shades of Lupus to the public, and they're asking you to be a part of such. So you can find them on their social media platforms. You can find all of the information on this event and much more. That is Butterfly Bliss on the Shades of Lupus with founders Tinisha Cupid and Akela Springer. All right, so ladies, lupus warriors, thank you so much for joining us here on Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates.
Thank you for having us.
You see why they met? So you see this? You see that? Right. So once again, thank you so much for joining us here. So those of you who are just joining us, for whatever reason it may be waking up late, this was Shades of Lupus by Tinisha Cupid and Akalya Springer speaking to you on their first event, Butterfly Bliss. It will be taking place on Sunday, 18th May 2025 from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It will be held at the Healing Garden at Le Chateau Mount Pleasant, right? There's a lot to look forward to, including food, stressing on food and drink, and of course, that musical vibe that you can look forward to as well.
And medical professionals.
And medical professionals.
Will have presentations.
They have everything coming to you. Medical professionals coming to speak to you on lupus, on what lupus looks like, what are the signs of lupus,
right.
you know, diet.
Dermatologists,
There's a diet you all have to follow.
Yes.
There is a lot to learn here. There is a lot to learn. And I mean, I may be smiling, I may be laughing with them, but this is a lot to me. I mean, aside from standing in the sun, not being able to stand in the sun, you all have a diet that you all have to follow.
Yes.
So we'll be learning all of this at Butterfly Bliss.
Correct.
Right. So we have a lot to look forward to. Right. So Akalya, Tinisha, TC, thank you so much for being with us here on Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. Viewers, this was Shade of Lupus Butterfly Bliss event. All right, so before I go, before you share the live, let's pull up our photo of the day. Here we have the beautiful and picturesque photo of the day. I'm going to drop it right there because you know we announce where it is. But I mean, this photo is very familiar. I mean, even TC and Kayla looking at this and they could tell me where it is. We wouldn't give it out right now, right? But a part of Tobago, a little snippet of our beautiful Tobago. And of course, we'll mention that location. Akalya, we'll mention that that location later on in our program. But before we go, I just want to encourage you to share the live. We'll be right back.